So I think I have in the past 20 minutes I've explained about why we need to change. What is the new paradigm shift in networking? How networking can work at the speed of the software? How networking can change based on the business intent? If someone comes and say, that I need to deploy one, two, three, this intention can be automated, can be programmed using software and automated, and the policy can be pushed across the millions of devices in your network. So that's a change which network is going through at this moment. The question me and you have to ask ourselves is, are we ready for this change? I'm not talking about when I tell are we ready for the change of the business infrastructure. As an engineer, are we ready to learn, and get ready for the change so that when such deployments are happening, we are also able to catch up this technology and survive in this market. The automation, that automation is expected to reduce 70% of the manual job in the next 2-3 years. AI, machine learning, is going to replace most of the jobs which we are doing today. So if we are not prepared ourselves for artificial intelligence, machine learning, and digital network architecture, then we'll be out of this industry. So let us understand this very vital component, why we need to understand, why we need to embark our journey into digital network architecture. So with this brief introduction, let me get into the DNA architecture. So the key challenges for traditional network, main thing is difficult to segment. Am I right? You have your network maybe 5 VLANs when you have a small network. Then we have grown to hundreds and thousands of users. Then you have maybe 100 VLANs. Then once you grow across multiple branch offices and you want to maintain IP address scheme, VLANs, segmentation, so ever increasing number of VLANs and IP subnets. And then when someone comes and say, now I want to move from this location to another location, or from this branch office to another branch office, and then you need to worry about which VLAN I need to connect put this user, which IP address he will get when he moves, and what policy I have to apply. I need to maybe probably open a firewall in the branch office. So it's becoming more complex, multiple steps, user credential, complex interaction, multiple touch points. And also it's becoming more slower to issue resolution. When someone says, I have a problem, and you need to go and start telnetting to the box or access to the box and see so interface details, so IP interface, so interface brief, which interface is down, whether duplex is half duplex or full duplex, so on and so forth. If it is connected to the wireless, and troubleshooting even becoming more complex. So to resolve the issue, it takes sometimes not an hour, maybe sometimes days, because the way the network is built today. You have different policy for users for wire and wireless. Unable to find users when troubleshooting. Today you only know MAC address. You will not know which user is accessing, which user is, how the user packet is traveling from his entry point till the exit point. End-to-end user visibility, packet visibility, it is very difficult to get. So traditional networks cannot keep up. So what is the solution? And what it's causing, this issues, how it is translating into business operational challenges and financial challenges. It costs $60 billion spent on network operation, labor and tools. Why are companies spending so much? 95% network changes are performed manually. So you have a big process in terms of RFI, because for RFCs, because for change then you have to go through the change process. Somebody has to approve. You have to verify in the test environment. Then you deploy. Everything again, even though most of them are automated, still there is the manual operation. Especially when you talk about network, there are a lot of manual operations. So policy violation due to human error. OpEx spend on network changes and troubleshooting. So again, traditional networking cannot keep pace with the demands of digital business. The perfect storm is upon us. 20 billion refresh-ready install base. 3 times more organizations intend to be digital ready within the next 2 years. So if you are getting yourself ready for the network, it is a digital network architecture. You know how to do that. Then you have almost in the next 2 years you can expect organization will be changing into digital DNA architecture. Most of the organization will be changing from conventional network into DNA. So we have almost 20 billion business waiting for us to, get this opportunity. Data growth, connected devices, threat surface areas. An evolved world needs a network to evolve. So the new network requirements for the digital age is what? Agility, simplicity, and security. That's the foundation of Cisco digital architecture, network architecture. So let me get into that architecture, what it contains. It's based on the principle. So what you have in the architecture, the base is infrastructure, right? We talked about that, am I right? When you want to change your network for DNA, the first thing you have to change is the infrastructure, am I right? Physical, virtual, programmable, and it also has to have application hosting. Then you have something called automation and analytics. It comes in the second level. Automation, we have abstraction and policy control from core to edge. All your network equipment should be able to program, should be able to listen to the automation, should be able to configure completely from the management systems. And then on top of that, you have network enabled application for policy and orchestrations. So we use open APIs and developers environment. So this is the architecture of DNA. This is the foundation of DNA. So you have infrastructure, automation and analytics, and then network enabled application. So Cisco is rewriting the network playbook. How? Traditionally, we have everything based on hardware. Am I right? You tell the software when you want to buy a switch, you say it is 3800, 2900, it is Cisco 6500, 6800, 9000. So everything is based on hardware centric. So if you are going for access, use this device. Distribution, you have different models. If it is a core network device, you need to use a different device. All right. So everything is based on hardware. But now with network, it's becoming from hardware centric to software driven. And the configurations are manual now. It's becoming manual to automated. The security is fragmented. You have for enterprise, LAN, campus, you have a different security. Data center is different security. Wireless, you have to have different security. But now it's a complete one fabric. So it's a built-in security fabric across all the devices. Before you have network data, but now you have business insights. Before you have how much is bandwidth, how much SNMP traffic is gone, how many people accessed web traffic, how many people access Facebook, and so on and so forth. But now it's becoming business insight. How these data are helping your business. So it gives, using analytics, it gives you business insight.